They say you don't know fear until you're staring into the eyes of something that wants you dead. My name's Nate, and I'm the only one who walked out of that nightmare. 100 men against one gorilla. Sounds like a joke, right? It wasn't. It was a bloodbath, and I still hear its roars every time I close my eyes. This is what happened in that cursed forest, and I'm telling it so you know what's out there. It was October 2025, and I was broke, desperate, living in a van outside Boise, Idaho. I owed $20,000 to a loan shark named Cutter, a guy who'd break your knees for missing a payment. One night, his goons grabbed me, threw a bag over my head, and drove for hours. When they yanked the bag off, I was in a warehouse with 99 other guys, rough types, like me, all scared or pissed. Cutter stood on a crate, grinning. "You want your debts gone," he said. "Survive one night in the woods. You versus a gorilla. Kill it or last till dawn. Easy." I laughed. We all did. A gorilla? In Idaho. But Cutter's eyes were cold, and the armed guys behind him weren't joking. They loaded us onto buses. No phones. No way out. The drive was long, the road bumpy, and the windows blacked out. When we stopped, it was pitch dark, deep in a forest that smelled like pine and wet date. They marched us to a clearing surrounded by tall trees, the air freezing, our breath fogging. A chain-link fence, 20 feet high, circled the area, maybe a mile wide, with floodlights buzzing overhead. Rusted junk littered the ground, car parts, barrels, twisted metal. In the center was a steel cage, big enough for a truck, covered in a tarp. Something inside it growled, low and guttural. My stomach dropped. They gave us weapons, crappy ones. Pipes, machetes, a few hammers. No guns. Rules are simple. Cutter said. Kill the gorilla, or survive till 6 a.m. 10 hours. We're watching. Drones hummed above, their red lights blinking like demon eyes. I grabbed a machete, its blade dull, and stuck close to a guy named Ray, a tattooed biker who looked like he'd killed before. "This is bullshit," he muttered, but his hands shook. The torp fell. The cage door creaked open. The gorilla. God, it wasn't just a gorilla. They called it Fang, and it was a monster. 9 feet tall, 700 pounds, fur black as oil, scars crisscrossing its arms. Its eyes glowed yellow under the floodlights, not animal eyes, human, almost, like it was thinking. It didn't roar. It just stared, chest heaving, then leaped onto a wrecked car, denting it. The ground shook. Guys yelled. Some prayed. I gripped my machete so hard my knuckles hurt. We split into groups, thinking numbers would save us. Me, Ray, and 8 others stuck together, creeping through the junk, planning to hide, maybe ambush it. "It's just a big monkey," Ray said. Then we heard the first scream. A guy across the clearing, some skinny kid, flew into the air, his body twisting like a rag doll. Fang had him, one massive hand around his neck. Blood sprayed as Fang slammed him into the ground, over and over, until he was just meat. The drones caught it all, their hum mixing with the kid's gurgles. Fang dragged the body into the trees, and the silence after was worse than the screams. 20 minutes in, 7 guys were dead. Fang didn't charge like we expected. It stalked. It hid. It was smart. We found a guy's arm, just the arm, lying on a tire, the bone chewed. My group crouched behind a stack of barrels, whispering plans. "We trap it," Ray said. "Lure it, drop something heavy." But every time we moved, Fang was there, just out of sight. His breath rasped in the dark. His knuckles scraped metal. Once, I saw his shadow pass a floodlight, huge and hunched, and I froze, piss warm down my leg. By hour 2, 20 men were gone. Fang hunted like he knew us. A group tried to climb the fence. Fang got them, ripping one guy's head clean off, tossing it like a bull. Blood hit the date, black in the moonlight. Another group set a trap with chains and a car hood. Fang didn't fall for it. He flipped the hood, crushed 2 guys under it. Their screams lasted seconds. I saw him grab a pipe and swing it, caving in a man's chest. The crack echoed. Ray whispered, "This ain't natural." I didn't answer. I was too busy trying not to puke. Panic broke us. Guys turned on each other. One group pushed their slowest man toward Fang, thinking it'd buy them time. I heard his screams for a full minute, begging, as Fang tore him apart. My group shrank. 2 guys ran, and Fang got them. I found their legs later, stacked neat, like Fang was mocking us. Ray tried to be a hero, climbing a tree to spot Fang. I heard a snap. Then Ray's body hit the ground, his face gone, just a red hole. I hid in a barrel, shaking, listening to men die. The air stank of blood and shit. By midnight, half of us were dead. The clearing was a graveyard, bodies everywhere, some in pieces, some just gone. The drones kept filming, the lights catching Fang's eyes in the trees. He didn't tire. He didn't stop. I joined a new group, 15 guys led by a dude named Cole, an ex-cop with a busted nose. We built a barricade from crates and pipes, thinking we could hold out. Fang circled us, his shadow moving slow, his breath loud. He didn't attack right away. He waited, like he wanted us to stew in our fay. Cole said, "He's just an animal." But those eyes weren't animal. They were cruel. At 2 a.m., Fang hit us. He didn't roar. He just came, silent, smashing the barricade like it was cardboard. Crates flew, pipes bent. Cole swung a hammer. Fang caught his arm, twisted it till it popped, then crushed his head with one fist. Blood sprayed my face, hot and sticky. I dove under a car, heart slamming, as Fang killed the others. One guy's scream cut off when Fang ripped his jaw off. I saw it hit the ground, teeth shining. I crawled, dirt in my mouth, praying Fang wouldn't hear my breathing. By 4 a.m., maybe 10 of us were left. I hid in a ditch, covered in mud, clutching my machete. Fang was everywhere. His roars shook the trees. His footsteps vibrated the ground. I saw him drag a guy by the leg, the man still alive, clawing at the dirt, screaming for his mom. Fang slammed him against a tree until he stopped moving. The drone's red lights blinked, always watching. I wondered who was paying for this. What kind of sick bastard wanted to see men torn apart? At 5 a.m., I was alone. I don't know how the others died. I just stopped hearing them. The forest was quiet, except for Fang's breathing. Close, always close. I crawled to a rusted truck, hiding in the cab, the machete useless in my hands. I saw Fang through a crack in the windshield. He stood in the clearing, blood dripping from his fur, holding a man's arm like a trophy. He turned, slow, and looked right at me. His eyes locked on mine, and I swear he smiled. Not an animal smile, a human one, like he knew I was nothing. He dropped the arm and walked into the trees. I stayed there, shaking, until the sun rose. At 6 a.m., a horn blared. The fence gate opened. I stumbled out, the only one left. The buses were gone. Cutter was gone. The drones were gone. Just me, the blood, and the bodies. I walked for hours, found a road, hitched a ride. Nobody believed me. The footage never surfaced. Not on X. Not anywhere. But I know Fang's out there. I hear him at night, his roars in the wind. I lock my doors, check my windows, but it's not enough. He saw me. He let me live. And I think he's coming for me. My name's Leo, and I'm telling this because I can't sleep anymore. The roars are still in my head. It was 2025, Siberia, a frozen hell where I owed money to the wrong people. They gave me a way out, join a fight with 100 men against one gorilla. Win, and my debt's gone. I thought it was a joke. I was wrong. They bust us to a rusted steel dome, big as a stadium, filled with junk, oil drums, chains, broken cars. The air stank of rust and piss. We were prisoners, debtors, ex-cons, all armed with pipes, knives, whatever we could grab. No guns. The deal: kill the gorilla, Titan, or survive 12 hours. A drone buzzed overhead, streaming for some sick rich bastards betting on us. Titan was 600 pounds, muscles bulging like he was carved from stone, eyes wild from whatever drugs they pumped into him. When his cage opened, I expected him to charge. Instead, he climbed the rafters and vanished into the shadows. We started cocky, shouting, splitting into groups. I stuck with a guy named Marco, a wiry ex-soldier, and 10 others. We planned to corner Titan, overwhelm him. Then the first scream hit. A guy across the dome flew 10 feet. His chest caved in. Blood sprayed like a hose. Titan dropped from the ceiling, grabbed another guy, and snapped his spine over his knee. The crack echoed. We froze as he dragged the body into the dark. 20 minutes in, 5 men were dead. My group hid behind a wrecked truck, whispering plans. Marco said, "He's just an animal." But Titan wasn't. He hunted like he knew our moves. By hour 2, he'd killed 15 more. I saw him rip a pipe from the wall and swing it, smashing 3 guys into pulp. Their blood pooled, slick under my boots. I slipped, gagging on the smell. We tried traps, rigging chains to drop on him, but Titan dodged them, like he was laughing. His roars shook my bones, always close, never where we looked. Panic turned us into animals. A group betrayed their leader, shoving him toward Titan to escape. I heard his screams for minutes. My group dwindled. Marco got cocky, tried to stab Titan from a rafter. Titan caught him, tore his arm off, and left him bleeding out. I hid in a drum, piss running down my leg, listening to my friends die. By hour 6, 50 men were gone. The dome was a slaughterhouse, bodies everywhere, some missing heads, others torn in half. The drone's red light blinked, catching Titan's eyes in the dark. I joined 10 survivors, led by a guy named Vic. We built a barricade with crates and pipes, hands shaking. Titan circled, his breath loud, his knuckles scraping the ground. He didn't attack. He waited, like he enjoyed our fay. Vic whispered, "It's not normal." Then Titan charged, smashing the barricade. I dove under a car as he crushed Vic's skull with a fist. Blood hit my face, warm and sticky. I crawled, heart pounding, as the others screamed and died. By hour 10, I was one of 5, hiding in a corner, praying. Titan found us. He walked slow, dragging a chain, his fur matted with blood. One guy ran. Titan caught him, slammed him against a wall till he stopped moving. I stayed still, barely breathing, as he killed the others. His eyes locked on mine, and I thought I was done. But he turned, like I wasn't worth it, and vanished into the dome. When the gate opened at 12 hours, I stumbled out, the only one left. The organizers were gone. The drone crashed. The feed leaked online. I saw it later. 100 men, all dead. Titan standing over them, roaring. They say he's loose in the wild now. Every night, I hear that roar. I lock my doors, but it's not enough.